गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन। तो आज मुझे जाना था विज्ञान भवन कॉन्फ्रेंस के लिए, तो मैंने जल्दी से नाश्ता करती और मैं निकल जाती हूँ मेट्रो स्टेशन। तो मेट्रो में मैं अंदर तो वीडियो बना नहीं पाई, निकल के ही पहुँच के उद्योग भवन तो मैं वहाँ पे वीडियो बनाती हूँ। फिर यहाँ देखा कि बहुत भीड़ हुई थी, यहाँ पे तैयारी चल रही थी। ये विज्ञान भवन है, G20 का ये फ्लैग्स लगे हुए हैं। ये रहा विज्ञान भवन। फाइनली मैं पहुँच जाती हूँ, पर मैं पहले दिन नहीं जाती हूँ क्योंकि पहले दिन बच्चों को आईडी कार्ड दिए गए थे स्टूडेंट्स को, तो मुझे बनवाना पड़ता है अपना। फिर जाते हैं हम अंदर विज्ञान भवन के अंदर। तो यहाँ पे ब्रेकफास्ट चल रहा था, मैं तो ब्रेकफास्ट करके आई थी। तो मैं निकल जाती हूँ प्लेनरी हॉल के लिए जहाँ पे पूरी कॉन्फ्रेंस थी। तो यहाँ पे हमारे रामनाथ कोविंद जो हमारे फॉर्मर प्रेसिडेंट थे वो आए हुए थे और उनसे दीप जलवाया गया और कॉन्फ्रेंस की शुरुआत की गई।
The lighting of the lamp symbolizes a strong prayer to the Almighty. But let us work together, let us strengthen together, let us build unity principle, key takeaways which have emerged, especially in the context of climate change. One, the launch of the Global Biofuel Alliance. Second, the tripling of the renewable energy capacity globally. Third, the Green Hydrogen Innovation Center being set up under the solar.
Whenever we travel, the way we live. So, a summit on green hydrogen, biofuels, renewables, and all such activities which propagate climate mitigation is definitely worth talking about, worth embarking on, being sensitive to. PhD Chamber, with 150,000 companies as its members, 20 states, 4 union territories wide, 118 years old, connected to 129 international countries, is definitely a great platform to talk about the oneness of one earth, one family, and one future. At the beginning of the G20, I had the privilege of meeting the leaders from India and requesting them that PhD may be given 2 important initiatives to drive for India in the G20. The first being Startup 20, for which
one planet, one earth, one global village. As COP26, our Honorable Prime Minister gave a roadmap to make India carbon neutral by 2070.
2030 तक अपनी नॉन फोसिल एनर्जी कैपेसिटी को 500 गीगावाट तक पहुंचाएगा। भारत 2030 तक अपनी 50% एनर्जी रिक्वायरमेंट रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी से पूरी करेगा। भारत अब से लेकर 2030 तक के कुल प्रोजेक्टेड कार्बन एमिशन में 1 बिलियन टन की कमी करेगा। 2030 तक भारत अपनी अर्थव्यवस्था की कार्बन इंटेंसिटी को 45% से भी कम करेगा। वर्ष 2070 तक भारत नेट जीरो का लक्ष्य हासिल करेगा।
To carry forward our Honorable Prime Minister's mission, the third International Climate Summit 2023, organized by PhD CCI and Green Stamp Norway, will focus on India-led mass life movement, a new pathway to climate change mitigation, and green transition through green hydrogen, biofuels, renewables. The second International Climate Summit 2022 was held in Bergen, Norway, offered that India is the best destination for green hydrogen, and Dr. J.P. Gupta offered a new concept of fusion of ancient wisdom with green transition and sustainability. Also, international speakers deliberated on how to push green transition. First International Climate Summit 2021 at New Delhi was organized by PhD Chamber of Commerce to support our Honorable Prime Minister's mission to make India an export hub for green hydrogen by 2030. Mr. Mukesh Ambani gave the vision to make India an export hub with 111. That is
$1 per kilogram of hydrogen in 1 decade, the 111 target for green hydrogen.
Third International Climate Summit 2023 will have a galaxy of academicians, researchers and scholars, bureaucrats and government officials, civil society representatives, diplomats, mission and trade body representatives and titans of industries to deliberate on various issues related to climate change mitigation. The summit will have 1,200 attendees, 100,000 virtually, 200 delegates, 25 exhibitors and 60 speakers, participation of 9 states. The summit would also have the Indo-Nordic session. The third International Climate Summit would also honor the achievements of climate change captains with ICS 2023 Green Awards for leadership, research and development, promoting green fuel, green energy, media creating awareness, international cooperation, and industries promoting green energy, green fuel. For their path-breaking achievements in sustainability through green solutions, ICS 2023 will offer participants to make a pledge to join the mass movement of our Honorable Prime Minister for change in lifestyle for the environment. Let us all embrace a lifestyle that harmonizes with nature. And India witnesses Green Moon at 6:04 p.m. IST, August 23rd, 2023.
I was physically present and participated in it this time. I'm there in spirit with you. My best wishes and blessings to all of the delegates and all those who are associated with this noble mission. Thanks to the technology, it has aided our vision of a greener planet, a safer planet through hydrogen, biofuels and many other technologies. On one side, developing technology is very vital for a sustainable growth. On the other side, raising the consciousness of people, changing their lifestyle is equally important. See, when a person is not happy or not aware, is neither sensitive nor sensible to environment or what people around him or her. So it is necessary to create an awareness. Along with the green growth and sustainable development, we also see how life can be sustained. Today, mental depression, suicidal tendencies, societal violence and war, they are taking a toll on humanity.
Platform to reach the unreached. Manthan aims to facilitate industry-academia collaborations for CSR and philanthropic funding. The platform is built on key pillars of innovation, opportunity exchange, virtual exhibitions and events. Industries can find academic or startup partners. Government research problems can also be found on the platform. Manthan is also aligned with the UN Sustainable Development Goals and emerging technologies. The Science and Technology Clusters under the Office of Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India create strong linkages between multiple academic institutions and industry on focused thematic areas. The platform has illustrious co-funding partners and is supported by leading industries, associations and institutes. Please register on manthan.gov.in today if you would like to source your implementation or R&D and innovation partners.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a knowledge book entitled Sustainable Future. It's the sole initiative of Dr. J.P. Gupta, the Summit Chair of the International Climate Summit 2023. This knowledge book is first of its kind in the country as it defines the role green energy can play in the decarbonization by 2050. This knowledge book deals in depth about the technologies in green fuels, storage, transportation, and its applications. In this book, the latest research projects and entire value chain of hydrogen have been dealt in great details for further developments. This knowledge book, in fact, is an encyclopedia for research students and the captains of the industry. Other areas in the book deals with the change in lifestyle for environment and about circular economy. Our ancient wisdom, experience that contemporary wisdom is also a key to read in this book. And the very importance of peace and the devastating impacts of wars on environment have also been dealt for the first time in this book, which has been authored by Dr. J.P. Gupta, the chair of the summit.
Mr. Hemant Jain, Vice President, PhD, CCI, Dr. Ranjit Mehta, Executive Director, PhD, CCI, diplomats and delegates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and namaskar to everybody. It gives me immense pleasure as I stand among you all, marking the inaugural of International Climate Conference. It is also a moment of honor as India successfully completed. लेकिन अभी अगर इसको हम कहीं उस फ्रेमवर्क में रिलीजन और स्पिरिचुअलिटी के फ्रेमवर्क में अगर क्लाइमेट चेंज को भी डाल सकें तो मुझे लगता है इस पर कुछ हमारा रिसर्च भी होना चाहिए. दिस इज माय सजेशन. अभी आप देखेंगे अगर यहाँ पर किसी पॉलिटिकल लीडर्स, एक एग्जांपल मैं दे रहा हूँ, इनकी गलती नहीं है, पॉलिटिकल लीडर्स का अगर यहाँ पर कोई डेलिबरेशन होता तो यहाँ पर मीडिया बहुत होता. आपकी बात सुनने के लिए नहीं है क्योंकि उनका इंटरेस्ट नहीं, उनका टीआरपी नहीं बढ़ेगा. गलती उनकी नहीं है, आपकी भी गलती नहीं, हमारी भी गलती नहीं है, लेकिन बट वी हैव टू मेक देम अंडरस्टैंड. ये पीपल ओरिएंटेड, पीपल कॉन्शियस, अगर हम ये पीपल बेनिफिट, पीपल सेंट्रिक अगर इसको हम बना देंगे तो मुझे लगता है वी विल मार्च क्विकली. डियर फ्रेंड्स, I am reminded of a famous quote in Sanskrit which says, Prakriti Rakshati Rakshita.
This Sanskrit quote means nature protects those who protect it. It emphasizes the importance of conserving and caring for the environment.
I also commit
to continuously motivating my family,
to motivate my family,
friends,
friends,
and
others
about the importance
about the importance
of environmentally friendly habits.
of environmentally friendly habits.
And
Now we all know that this global climate is off balance, and since systematic assessments began in 1970s, we are very sure that the human activity on the warming of climate system has evolved from theory to established facts, and this has been brought out in various IPCC reports. And we, as of now, last year, we stand at 421 parts per million of CO2 emission as compared to almost like 200 in 1950. It's an alarming situation, and various studies have shown how this is intimately linked to the global warming. And on the right hand side, various scenarios are predicted for the global warming, so importantly for ourselves but also for the entire planet. I will also use this opportunity to congratulate President Modi and the Indian government on the successful outcomes of the most recent G20 event, a major event for India. India is today the most populous country on the planet, and there is simply no way that we can solve the climate crisis or invent the solutions that replace the old with the new without a strong engagement from India and with India for the rest of us, because of its size, its population, its economic growth, and all the ingenuity that we're seeing in Indian business and Indian academia, in Indian science, which is really, really important for us to link up with and to partner with. In order to solve the climate crisis, there are three things we have to do. First is to decarbonize our energy systems. That means we need to replace fossil energy with new carriers, principally with renewables. But of course, there might be a room for nuclear and also decarbonized gas, for instance.
Ties between Norway and India have deep roots. We enjoy constructive and close relations, and in recent years, Norway has significantly strengthened its presence in India. Trade between our countries is steadily growing. The Norwegian Pension Fund Global is one of the largest single foreign investors in India. Still, there is large untapped potential, and we would like to explore that for the benefit of our two countries. Norway and India have different comparative advantages, and both sides can gain a lot from cooperating. At the Nordic Indian Summit in Copenhagen in May last year,
Ladies and gentlemen, first I would like to commend India for the LIFE movement, and I try to follow. I use public transportation when I can. I take train or bus when I have the time. I use less plastic than I used before. Try to eat healthier, try to eat organic food, and do my part. And I think it's important to have this bottom-up approach also. And we should follow it up, each and every one of us try to influence not only friends and family, but where we work, at the organizations where we are. And we need also to cooperate between countries on the local level. Local communities, cities need to cooperate more. Cities in Nordic countries, cities in India, and cities, they can see the benefits for their people on climate issues and on climate, and making climate tasks.
A very good morning, Delhi. Namaste. Or some of my Tamil friends are here, Vanakkam. I will not go through all the 20 languages of India, but namaste, welcome to all of you. And then I will move on to a big congrats and a big thank you to Bharat and India. Because what Bharat did this weekend was absolutely remarkable. No other nation in the history of G20 has provided such a dynamic leadership as what we did. Look at resolution on Ukraine, which not everyone knows, but it set out the sovereignty of every nation in the world, including Ukraine, while not boycotting Russia, starting the Global Biofuel Alliance, bringing Africa for the first time into the G20, and setting long-term targets for renewable and green development of the world. I had the honor yesterday to meet with Amitabh Kant, the G20 Sherpa. I know that he got up very early every morning the last year with his team to make this happen, and of course under the leadership of Prime Minister Rajendra Modi. But this team was so brilliant, and can there ever be a stronger argument that we now need to change the world and make India a permanent member of the UN Security Council?
And fellow panelists, distinguished guests, and ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for inviting me to the International Climate Summit 2023. I have no Nobuo Tanaka has introduced, former executive director of the International Energy Agency, IEA, and currently the chairman of the Steering Committee of Innovation for Cool Earth Forum, ICEF, in Japan. Please click. Move the slide, please. Yes, and click 3 more. Yeah. Dr. Fatih Birol, the executive director, the currently the IEA, said that we are in the middle of first global energy crisis. In the 70s, it was the oil shock which created the IEA. And now we have an oil crisis, natural gas crisis, and
distinguished and probably the best opinion makers, leaders on the dais, ladies and gentlemen. I was wondering that why I was invited to speak, because normally oil and gas guys are bad guys. So, in the company of saints, somebody comes and what he should speak. You do, then you are damned. If you don't do, then you are also damned. But still, Mr. Gupta came to my office, and that was the only thought I had in my mind, that somebody came all the way, a person of eminence, and so that was only compulsion for me to come. Second reason is that this world, climate, environment, 1.5 degrees C, this world is probably most known piece today in the world. Knowledge is not the issue.
Please hold on for a minute. I will request all speakers to be dead on time for 10 minutes. Otherwise, we have to go for the second long technical sessions. Before that, we have to go for lunch. So kindly keep it with less than 10 minutes or less than 10 minutes. Thank you.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Dr. Gupta, distinguished speakers on the dais and off the dais, and distinguished delegates. After such a thought-provoking address by Mr. Arun Kumar Singh, CEO of ONGC, I come from technology space. Till very recently, I was working and heading the R&D setup of Indian Oil Corporation, the largest oil company, oil refining and marketing company. And from the technology perspective, I will be in the next maybe 10 minutes, I would be giving the technology perspectives of net zero imperatives for oil and gas sector. I think I'll go a little faster in skipping some of the introductory slides. So I would like to start all my net zero presentations with this sectoral apportionment of the overall emissions. You see, contrary to oil and gas sector, contrary to perception that oil sector. Ministers, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues and advocates of the greener world. Good afternoon and welcome to the International Climate Summit. It's a true honor for me and a privilege to come here today and to discuss the topic of paramount importance, the production of hydrogen through electrolysis, and its fundamental role in our journey toward a sustainable and low carbon future. As we are gathered here today, in the pursuit of solution to the pressing climate challenges that define our time, we are confronted by a critical truth: the need to transition from fossil fuel to a cleaner, renewable energy sources, which has been addressed by many of the speakers earlier. In our collective pursuit of low carbon and sustainable world, the role of hydrogen cannot be understated. The objective of this seminar is to explore the immense potential.
I know that I am and a few more people standing between you and lunch, but please stay in there. I'll be very, very quick. I do have something I want to share with you. So, I work in the field of renewable energy and technological transformation. But we've heard today from many other speakers that for our systems to change as profoundly as we need them to, we need to bring more than the technological solutions to the table. We need to change ourselves and the way we act and think. It's a shift in our consciousness that is needed first and foremost. We are compassionate beings, let us never forget that. Therefore, and also to build a bridge between also what Dr. Gupta and the Honorable former President of India talked about. I will spend a few minutes saying something about the concept I really believe in, and that is the concept of regenerative leadership. Regenerative leadership, I think, not only holds the key to addressing the challenges we face, but it also offers us a profound insight into the interconnectedness of all global crises, compelling us to reconnect with ourselves and with nature. So I want you to imagine a world where leaders are not merely stewards of their organizations or communities, but instead act as guardians of a fragile. Sorry, my name is not entirely easy to pronounce. My name is Rebecca von Schreeb. I work at the Swedish Embassy. Distinguished guests, esteemed speakers, ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure to speak to you today on behalf of the Swedish Embassy in India. First of all, let me thank the PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry and Greencraft ASA for inviting us all to join the India-led Global Climate Movement. The Lifestyle for Environment initiative is a very exciting new way to mitigate climate change, and it is my absolute pleasure and honor to participate in this summit today alongside so many prominent voices in the field. So the topic of today's discussion is quite broad, but for a small Nordic country like us, it would be good to talk briefly on how we can collaborate with a large country like India that is in so many ways different from us, although we share the same vision of the future, and how we can jointly work together to kind of trickle down to the individual level. That is why I have really enjoyed listening to all of the.
I'm very pleased to address you this morning and to extend my warmest regards to you on behalf of the Western Norway University of Applied Sciences, HVL for short. The aim of this conference, centered around sustainability through green growth, is of the utmost importance in our rapidly changing world. We take great pride in our university commitments to emerging research and education within hydrogen, wind, and solar energy, because the pursuit of sustainable energy solutions has never been more critical. And this conference provides a unique platform to exchange ideas, knowledge, and innovations. And we strongly believe that cooperation across border is the key to addressing this formidable sustainability challenge we face today. And I'm especially delighted to highlight APL's collaborations with several Indian institutions on education and research.
And on such a big forum is a bit intimidating. This seminar has eminent speakers who are scientists, technocrats, authors, experts, thought leaders, world leaders, and Nobel laureates. I am truly humbled as I am none of these. However, what I know is that I am passionate about the need to clean the environment, save the planet, and at the same time improve the quality of life of every citizen of the world. We know that the planet has been stressed to the extreme by industrialization in the form of greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide, the need for energy, and plastics. We also know and accept that there is an argument that all these things have helped improve the quality of life of a large swath of humankind. Both statements are correct, and for the future, we have to make both things work. How do we do it? I believe the solution lies not in one magic wand, but a series of actions, each of which will do its part in improving the catastrophic situation we face today. I think the steps are population control, education, use of waste and biomass, reducing our own personal energy footprints with small steps, and most importantly, develop an alternate, environmental friendly and renewable fuel source.
तो फिर होता लंच टाइम, फिर हम करते लंच। बहुत अच्छा लंच था, यम्मी एकदम। और ये देखो, ये तो बहुत ही टेस्टी था, आइसक्रीम और गुलाब जामुन। सभी खाना खा रहे थे। फिर उसके बाद सेकंड वो था, सुबह हुआ जैसे कि फिर सेकंड था। सेकंड में ऐसा था कि स्टूडेंट से इंटरेक्शन करेंगे जो अदर कंट्री से आए और डिस्कशन करेंगे, तो यहाँ पे वो डिस्कशन हुआ था। फिर उसके बाद मेरी फ़ोन की बैटरी है जो वो ख़त्म हो चुकी थी, डेड, तो उसके बाद मैं बना नहीं पाई। तो यही है, आपको दिख रहा होगा ये जो साइड इधर खड़े हुए थे, इरिक सोलेमन, तो इनसे हमारा इंटरेक्शन भी हुआ और इनसे हमने बातें भी की और फिर हम वापस चलते हैं। थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग, बाय बाय।